Hello, in today's sparring drills lesson, I'm going to show you how to do a 360-degree flying turning kick. In sparring drills lesson number 20, I showed you how to do a flying turning kick with bicycle motion. And if you're able to do this, then it's very easy to do the 360 flying turning kick. All you have to do is add the 360-degree turn. The kick will look like this. There's a full spin and then follow up with a kick. And the kick can get a lot of distance. So it's very useful if the opponent is moving away, you can still reach them. It's as if you've just come forward to this position, but you're spinning round to get that distance. And the spin is actually also helpful because it can deceive the opponent. They may think that you're doing a back kick. They may feel comfortable because the back kick doesn't have too much reach. And then if you throw the flying turning kick, you can get a lot more reach. Now I'm going to assume that you know how to do the flying turning kick from this position with a bicycle motion. So you raise and kick like that. So all you have to do is add the 360-degree turn. So you need to pivot on the ball of the foot, and it's good to stay low so that you remain stable, okay? And make sure you are pivoting with the ball of the foot. Some people like to step across or just step for the turn. And the problem with that is that you telegraph the technique. So if you can pivot and then you raise this leg a little bit, tilt it out slightly so you can get your hips round for the kick. So just do it in 2 stages as a drill. 1, 2, like that. So the next stage is to learn how to do it in one fluid motion. So rather than pausing after the turn, you continue to complete the kick. A common mistake is to jump too early. If you jump too early, you leave too much work to come round. So you need to really do the full turn. And you may think that you're overturning, but you're not. This will help give you enough momentum for the kick. So turn completely round before you kick. Okay? So the kick can be done as a middle or a high kick, but if you're going to do it as a high kick, make sure you've got the flexibility to do so. Because if you have to jump high to get that reach, and then it's going to slow you down, and it may not be so practical in sparring if you have to fly up in the air for too long. So try that as a drill. So you're very likely to do this kick while you're moving during free sparring, rather than doing it as a stationary kick. So it's worth practicing it as a follow-up to another kick, for example, a turning kick. So if you do the turning kick first, then follow up with the 360 flying turning kick. And the first kick helps you to get momentum for the second kick, so it actually makes it a little bit easier. Even if you didn't do the first kick and just fake the kick and just step forward, the kick's useful, as long as you force the opponent to move away. So practice this as a drill, and remember, don't jump too early, because if you do it as a follow-up to another kick, it's very tempting to jump straight away. You've got to be patient, make sure you get the full spin so you've got stability, have that control, and then launch yourself for the kick. good way to develop this kick is to practice many in succession. Because every time you finish one kick, you're in a slightly different position before you initiate the next one. So that way you learn many various positions to initiate the kick. So practice that as a drill. The 360-degree flying turn kick is a very spectacular kick, and it's more for advanced students. But it's actually easier than it looks, so I do teach it to intermediate students as well. But to pull it off in a sparring situation, you need to be very proficient, well drilled in the kick. There are more spectacular kicks than that, for example a 540-degree flying turning kick. But unless you're very agile and very flexible, I wouldn't try it in a free sparring situation, because the more you go beyond 360 degrees, the less practical it becomes. But it's still worth practicing such a kick. It's very good for demonstrations, but practicing a harder skill helps you to develop the more basic skills even better. So still practice it if you feel like it. Okay, that's it for today, and I'll see you next time. Goodbye.